compensation.
There you go.
Really?
Right.
Oh, Steph, thank you very much. I'm going to embarrass Bill again. This is my favourite part of today, really, is that I get to read things that are going to embarrass you because everybody's being so nice.
Why? What's
I'm editing out the other ones.
What's happening?
Because you're leaving us after 15 years. Ian, thanks for making my mornings more fun to get up. All the best with beekeeping. Let's hope Carol can hold back the tears this time. No guarantee. Claire, just had to say thanks for being my breakfast pal over the years. Enjoy whatever you choose to do next. Deborah, dear Billy, as Carol says, wishing you a very long and enjoyable retirement. Thank you for waking me up for the last 15 years.
I warned her. I used to need it yesterday, didn't I?
You
I said,
did.
no tears in the studio. Anybody who cries has to buy the drinks afterwards. Simple as that.
I think there'll be quite a few drinks. Time now to get the news, travel and weather wherever you are. He is backing the campaign for Britain to leave the EU.
Lord Howard says he believes an exit vote would shake Europe's leaders out of their complacency.
Let's get more from our... So we're trying to keep a list on both sides, really, here, aren't we? How significant is it that Michael Howard has chosen to do this?
Yeah.
New figures show the number of prosecutions for people trafficking offences in England and Wales has reached a record.
And they're still spending a lot of money on restructuring the business and paying out for the scandals of the past, so things like back to the public again.
Staggering amount of money. Steph, thank you.
Over half of all children diagnosed with asthma do not actually have the condition and are being given unnecessary treatment. That's the finding of researchers in the Netherlands.
So on yesterday's programme, you will have seen the newly refurbished Flying Scotsman make its way from London to York to its new home in a museum.
Yeah, you can't beat seeing that sort of thing in person, unless this happens.
AG, which owns British Airways.
See you a little bit later, Steph. Thank you.
You're watching Breakfast from BBC News. Still to come on the programme this morning, the Six Nations rugby tournament gets back into full swing.
Thanks very much for joining us. So why did you decide to go and work abroad? Doing the same thing. Have you got friends who've done the same thing as you? Of cultural feeling you get that perhaps teachers are treated in a different way where you are?
For a little bit longer, OK, because just about an hour to go. And I was just thinking just now, the years and years we worked together, longer than 15 years, of course, because I used to hand to you on News 24, and you were unforgettable because I remember I barely knew you, and you stood in the wings blowing kisses at me.
Oh, you get that all the time.
Yeah, and then I realised you just did that for everybody, so it wasn't that special.
No, it was always just for you.
Oh,
I shouldn't say that because your lovely wife's in the corner.
She's
of
just
the
behind the camera.
camera.
All right, I just, is that just line 2? Is that the second?
No,
We've moved on now. We're round about line 11 and 12.
OK,
Carol.
good.
Looking forward to it. You'll be able to hear it here on Breakfast later, won't they, Carol?
Yes.
You might have noticed it is Bill's final day here on Breakfast after 15 years on the sofa, but his career as a journalist actually stretches back to the 1970s.
Yeah. Of all the news stories I've covered since then, one in particular has stood out for me. In fact, it happened when I was a reporter on Breakfast. So I've been back to where it happened, in a small town in Scotland.